Morning. It's been 6 days since we had sentencing. We were able to give our victim impact statements, and I wanted to take a few days past that first day when I was really still pretty upset to just kind of see how I'm doing now and how the family's doing. And so I checked with my daughter yesterday, and she says she's doing really well. She's not having flashbacks, triggers, anything like that. It's almost like we buried it. I feel the same way. My feelings got hurt, I think, when I wasn't recognized, even though they had to use me purposefully to get to her. I guess God heals all wounds. And I just kept asking him to take the hurt, the offenses, the pain, and just remove it. And it worked. It was really great. Another thing that happened, and this should be my last video, another thing that happened is it all got publicized. Finally, for 4 years, they had what I call the cloak of anonymity, because I believe it's because my daughter was a minor. They didn't post anything about it. They would say something like, the two abusers were going to court, but that was it. But I had someone write me a note or a comment saying if this really did happen, that I should go to therapy and I should keep it offline and things. Well, why would I get on a video and just pour out my heart and soul about one thing? I've been through so much therapy. It's insane. For the first 9 months after she disclosed, I didn't get therapy because I was worried about how I'd pay for it, because we were really broke, because every extra penny we had went to Evelyn and anything she needed. And then we had to pay for it. And then I just needed to find the right person. And so then I got specialized trauma counseling from the same place that Evelyn got hers. It was incredible. It took probably a year and a half to work through it. It was slow. It was very, very slow. But thankfully I had someone who understood where I was coming from and didn't tell me just to get over it, think different things, think positive, just don't think about it, whatever. All those well-intentioned bits of advice that don't work. She just allowed it to hurt. And then she would help me by giving me little nuggets of wisdom along the way. And I still think of her. She has like this little spot in my brain where I can hear what she's saying. And so a year and a half later, she still is there. And honestly, I'm doing really, really well. I went to counseling one time after that, but it wasn't anything really about that. But it kind of was, because I was struggling with choices that Evelyn was making. And I kept assuming it was all because of the trauma. But my daughter was 16. She was going to make 16-year-old decisions. And I had to stop trying to place guilt and shame and frustration and blame on that and just treat it as what it was. And once I got through that, there was just this freedom that came. And it was really, really nice. To address the comment that if I bring up anything in the case, it's going to hurt the case. If you go back through any of the videos, the only thing I'm talking about is how much it hurts me. I wasn't abused in the situation. It was just about how I, as the parent of someone who was abused, was struggling with how to go through it. And so it's almost like that person was threatening me or trying to get me afraid. But I never posted anything about the case because it wasn't about the case. The only time I even mentioned their name was after both of them had pled guilty and signed away on it and all that stuff. And all we were doing was waiting for sentencing. And even if you look, there's nothing. There's no information. Like they said in court, I've been very kind towards the whole situation, towards them. I don't have to be that way, but that's who I am as a person. So I have had an outpouring of support from people I don't know to close friends, and it has been just so touching. People that have talked about how brave and courageous Evelyn is, how proud they are of her, and I absolutely agree. I tell her all the time that she's my hero, because she is. She's the strongest person I know, and if you would have seen her even right after everything happened and she was getting some pushback, she just stood strong and she just kept going forward. And she was only 13. Oh, to have that courage and that strength was so impressive. And the whole point of these videos was to first just kind of share and get it off of my chest, because once the abusers did that, it's so hard to have friends. It's so hard to let anybody really in. And if I do try, people just don't get it. They don't understand, and they just blow it off because they don't know what to do. And so I do this as a way to release and to reach people who have gone through similar things that I have gone through, to let you know that you're not alone. And I'm hoping that if I just share my experience, that at least somebody will have like a stepping stone, or, hey, here's what you can expect. I'm not saying I'm normal, that my situation's going to be how it goes, but at least then you have some semblance of an idea of how it could go, because we've had nothing. And I think maybe because nobody wants to talk about it, I don't know. But I do this to try to help people, probably because I'm a teacher. I'm always trying to teach. I'm always trying to help. You're not alone. It's okay. For the first year and a half, 2 years, until I read Elizabeth Smart's second autobiography, I really did think life was over and there was no future, no hope. Because I thought, how could you ever come back from sexual assault? She went through some pretty horrific things. But her second book was all about hope. And she went all over the world talking to people who had gone through horrific crimes against themselves. And they just came back with such strength and just a hope in their future. And honestly, that was the time when I just changed and I saw, this isn't the end. It's going to be different, but it's not the end. And if I could just help one person to know that, it would be so worth it. So for all of you that have reached out and just encouraged and thanked and supported, you have no idea what that means. Because when I post these, I'm like, who's even going to watch them? I don't matter, but I have quite a few people that watch them, and I'm just amazed. And so from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. If I post again, most likely it'll be a Bible study or something that I've learned about who I am as a person in Christ, because I feel like this part is over, at least for now. If something comes up again, I'll do another one just to let people know that this could happen. But thank you for all the support, the love, and the encouragement. You have a great day.